I've always been a big-time gardener. There's something about the fresh morning air, a hot cup of joe, and a couple of fresh herbs mixed with a little tender loving care that always caught my attention.
Ha ha, very funny,
my friend.
Okay, maybe I'm overselling it, but as usual, VR has proven me wrong once again. In this latest adventure, you play as, I don't really know what you are, but your journey takes you through a, well...
I have so many questions!
Before we dive in, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to stay tuned for all future videos, and with that, let's do this. Fujii is a VR puzzle title where you play as some kind of humanoid thing helping to restore the woodland around you. That's a very simple explanation, but honestly, it's probably the best we're gonna get here, so roll it. What? Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah, no, there's no... how else do you describe this? No, I mean... yeah, just roll it. Just roll it. Let's talk more about the mechanics of the game. Fujii relies on two main mechanics of gameplay, the first of which are puzzles. The puzzles were fairly simple, with nothing too difficult that it took me more than a few minutes to figure out. The other main mechanic of Fujii was the gardening aspect of the game. You are given the ability to collect, buy, plant, and grow seeds in your own personal garden. Now, before I lose most people on the whole gardening shtick, I want to emphasize how incredible this aspect of the game truly was. The world around you glows with life. Tending to your garden was a rich and rewarding experience like nothing I've had in VR. This mechanic hinges on the concept that if you love nature, nature loves you, and you can feel it when tending to these elaborate and beautiful plant life. When first starting Fujii, I was relatively unimpressed. The game starts you off in a near black area with some plant life growing out of the darkness around you. It was fairly unexciting, but also had a tinge of mystery that subtly grabbed my attention. This quickly blossomed into a fascination as the world around me went from dark and empty to brilliantly full and beautiful. I guess what I'm saying here is, don't let its simple nature fool you. Fujii is much more complex than it may appear. The game is polished and offers a near seamless experience you aren't likely to get elsewhere at its price point. Things like the music, filling the hilly landscapes and synchronicity with your interactions with the plant life, to the simple but oh so satisfying inventory management, and the joyfully crafted puzzles full of life just go to show how much time and effort the dev team put into this experience. I do want to mention for those of you that are sticklers on movement options, Fujii has none. In fact, the first thing I noticed when opening the game is that there are no options to adjust your experience at all. This means you are stuck with click turning and teleportation only. At first, this was a bit of a letdown, but I can honestly say that teleportation is arguably the best way to play Fujii, and all of those concerns melted away quite quickly for me. The game would probably benefit from smooth turning options, but if nothing else, just to get a few more players on board. Fujii leans heavily on the love your world and the world loves you concept, providing a simple yet beautiful landscape, at times even void of anything but a few pieces of plant life. As you progress through the game, your involvement in this world is what springs it into life. Each puzzle completed results in a bright and sprouting area to explore. Each seed planted results in what I can only assume is pollen, but looks more like the essence of life in an orb that you can spend to unlock new areas, buy new pottery, or fresh new seeds for the soil. This dynamic is accompanied by an incredibly uplifting and soothing soundtrack, keeping you in a constant state of bliss in this beautifully lush world. The truth is, I couldn't stop playing Fujii. I lost hours inside the headset, much of which was simply tending to my own garden and building it just as I wanted. It was such a relaxing and engaging experience, I may pick up a hoe in my own backyard. There was only a small handful of issues I experienced, and honestly the first may be due to my lack of the understanding of the menus in the game. See, Fujii doesn't really give you much direction, but instead relies on your innate understanding of nature to navigate and learn about this world. This was an enriching way to play, but it did result in me accidentally overwriting my save file when attempting to access my previously saved game. Again, this isn't likely a defect of the game, but without a clear understanding of its process, it's hard to know who to blame here. The other aspect of this was the saving method within Fujii. Fujii saves automatically with no start menu or option to save your progress. This, for the most part, is completely fine and has no hindrance on the game. However, in one instance, I had just finished creating my full garden, spending about 20 to 30 minutes doing so, then without warning the game crashed. This resulted in all of the progress being lost. From what I can tell, Fujii saves after certain checkpoints and not on a more consistent basis, resulting in me losing my data in this situation. This only happened once, and like I said, it had no other negative impacts on my gameplay experience. Fujii has easily become one of my top PSVR titles of 2019, and I can say without hesitation that headset owners across the board can easily get their money's worth out of this one. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to stay tuned for more to come content, and leave me a comment with your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next one. Solo out.